Okay. So, I've been watching the Matneys. They are a van life couple in the States. And I've been watching them for maybe a year now. I can't honestly remember when I started watching them. But, I got a notification or something. I'm on their Instagram. And they're doing a reaction video to, I didn't know anything about this, one of their haters, I guess, is, I don't know, they have like some bad blood or something between them and this guy, Dave 2D. And, yeah, so they're reacting to one of his videos that I guess is reacting to a video that another channel did featuring them. And I think they stopped van life recently. I'm not sure. They got a dog. But anyway, in the video, it says, you can see it here on the screen, pause and record yourself watching the video. So I'm doing that because they're gonna do it. They're doing it too. I actually have stopped watching their reaction video. I'm just gonna record this without their reaction, just kind of just going into this not exactly knowing what I'm doing. What the heck, man? Is that supposed to be selected? Okay, alright. Uno momento. Just 1 second. I just wanna beep. Okay. That's a bit better. So, let's get into this and react.
Maybe if I give up daily lattes and we show our asses, we can achieve van life.
This guy's a little negative Nancy. Negative Nancy.
Oh, he has really
Silly
good
goose activity is my
editing
favorite type of
going on.
activity. Today is no exception in the activity spectrum. Let's take a peek at Dylan McGaster's
Is it him?
video.
Is this Dave 2D?
Hi, I'm Christian,
I'm Aubrey.
and we are the Matneys.
And this is the rebrand. They're trying to get away from minimal millennials, which has been so cursed upon.
That our channel.
Really? Has it? I didn't
We have
notice.
eliminated minimal millennials. We've always been the Matneys. Now we're officially the Matneys.
I think I remember seeing
Yeah, and that
this
was for a few reasons. but
announcement.
Minimal millennials as a name was just so trashed by
Was
my
it?
videos that they're
Oh.
trying to rebrand away from that.
and this is our 2007
Oh,
converted Dodge
thanks.
Sprinter van that
He's
we have
the
lived in
reason
for the last
for
year and a half.
the
We had been
rebrand.
saving for something. We didn't really know like what we were saving for. We just knew it wanted to be travel related. And I think at the time, like we thought we were going to go to Thailand.
I don't think a
And,
single
Yeah.
person
You know,
could like
we were really considering Myanmar as a
themselves.
location for our really exciting life.
we had a little bit of money in the bank.
A little bit of money in the bank, just a smidgen.
I don't know how
We
much
had a little bit of money
they
in the bank. We've been saving for 2 years, but it just didn't feel quite right.
have. I
Something
mean,
doesn't
isn't
feel quite right. I just can't put my finger on it.
oh gosh,
And then
isn't
we were
the
driving
girl,
home
isn't
one
she
day.
working?
My parents had a van they were
She's been working
selling.
a while.
We were driving home one day and my parents had a van they were selling? Wait. Hold up.
We didn't really know
Fine.
it. We were driving home one day. My
Really
parents had a
trash
van they were
can
selling.
or trash truck.
What?
going.
My parents had a van they were selling. What? What?
That's not the van
My
that they
par-
have
no,
though.
my
They have a
parents had a
Sprinter
van they were
van. They
selling.
definitely were not selling the Sprinter
All
van.
just buy their van and drive around it. And Aubrey's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And so 2 weeks later, we bought a van.
Hey, you guys got a van? What a
Wait,
coincidence. Hey, you're my mom and dad?
2 weeks
Holy
later,
cow,
they
this
bought a
is
van, but they
amazing.
didn't buy their
We
parents'
didn't end up
van.
buying their van. We
Yeah.
bought a completely different van.
Yeah, exactly. But the
You didn't
idea
end up buying
came
their
from
van. Then why'd you tell us the story about the van you didn't buy? Now
it's
you're buying
the
another
inspiration,
van?
isn't
What
it?
the fuck? Is this one of those sort of like take you on this wild story to try to mask the truth? What the fuck is going on?
I mean, I get it.
Your
Yeah.
mom's van? You didn't buy it, but they had a van they were selling.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause
Oh.
real quick, just 1 second, cause you know, when I had just like finished college and stuff, I didn't have a, well, I did have a car, but no, I didn't have a car. I sold the car that I bought in high school like right before I graduated, because I was on vacation and I was just like, okay, fine, we can sell the car because we had too many cars. So for insurance purposes, we had to sell the cars. So when I got back, we only had the old Chrysler Voyager minivan that my family had had forever. And I think I learned how to drive on that car. And, you know, my parents decided they were going to upgrade. They weren't going to, like, decrease the number of cars that we had. They could not sell the old cars. The only car that ended up being sold was my car because it was actually decent. So I drove that minivan around for a while, and I didn't think at all of, like, traveling in it. At the time, I really wanted a moped. But I, like, I don't know, maybe they were just at a different point. And they thought, oh yeah, we can travel and live and camp and stuff in the van and everything. I did take that van on a camping trip one time. I went hiking, and I would not want to sleep in it. It just didn't seem comfortable. Now that I think about it, that minivan would have been perfect. But the thing about that minivan is it blew a head gasket on the interstate, and then we got it fixed after it was sitting in the driveway for like a year or two. And then I think I drove it with my sister like 5 hours north. And then on the way back, I don't know, it didn't have enough oil or something, and it seized up, the engine seized up, and it was just done after that. So when I think of like old vans, I don't think of necessarily like traveling around the country. But I do get the idea of like Scooby-Doo vibes, you know, like let's travel in a van and stuff. So this has nothing to do with the video. I'm just gonna keep watching.
So we just built this like absurd amount of seating space, and it's actually like fun to be in here.
Deep agreed.
So this van is a Freightliner Sprinter. Obviously right now we've thrown some pretty beefy snow tires on this. Since we do so much traveling just around different types of climates, we have a few different tires that we keep in store. We're in Canada right now. We throw some studded tires on there. When we're going to South America in a few days, we're going to throw some all-weather tires on there.
Okay, I've never heard this on any van person. How many van life people do you know that store 3 sets of tires? Well, we're gonna do van life. We might as well buy a tire for every type of terrain and store them back at our fucking mansion. Where the fuck are you putting 3 sets of spare tires? Where the fuck are you gonna put that?
When we're going to...
Okay. So the Matneys in their video or whatever, they talked about this as well. Like the thumbnail has so many tires and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's so funny. Do they really have 3 sets of tires? I didn't know that. My car came with 2 sets of tires in Japan. It's really common for people to have 2 sets of tires. One is for snow / sand / mud, and they change out the tires every 6 months. In the winter, it's snow tires. In the summer or spring or whatever, it's just normal tires. And last year I changed them, and I stored them improperly, and I fucked the hubcaps. They're disgusting now. Like the paint's all peeling off and they look gross. And the mechanic guy that I saw the other day was like, "Oh, just take the hubcaps off. You don't need them. They're ugly." But I have not changed. It is like February, which is the coldest, snowiest month out of the year here, and I haven't changed into my winter tires yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. And when I sell the car, it's just more of a hassle to have that extra set of tires. Like, I didn't expect it when I bought the car. So, I mean, there's definitely like situations where you don't want to be just on like all-weather tires. You definitely want extra tires, but like I think they could get away with just normal tires and chains. Like I think chains are probably fine. I know there's some places in like Japan here where like there's really deep snow and chains are not good. I think I don't know. I think that's a thing, but it takes up less space than tires. Storing tires is annoying.
South America in a few days, we're gonna throw some all-weather tires on there.
You know, when we go to South America or maybe Myanmar, we might just throw a couple tires on that.
Myanmar.
This is our garage space. We wanted a space that kept all of our tools, our bikes, our outdoor gear, everything like that. Sometimes this van is kind of hard to get around different cities. So this gives us an alternative. Anytime we're living in a city for a month or two at a time, we literally just bike everywhere and find a place to leave the van.
I much prefer the physical labor to get around rather than to drive. I like to exert my own energy to transport my own body across the cityscape.
I would like to have a bicycle too.
You might need to learn about it.
I'm gonna do like a little
have some money.
driving trip,
we can pull out.
And I wish I could keep my bicycle with me.
The same goes for all of this.
What is that?
Pretty much anything.
Wow, that pulled out pretty far, didn't it?
I think it can go further, man. I don't think that's the extent of it.
It's so funny how far he pulled that out.
Why
Let's
is
see
it
how
funny?
useful that pull-out is again.
So this is any cold weather clothing storage.
I'm pretty sure that's not like
Cold
the
weather
entire
right now, so we're not storing
way
any
that it
clothes
can
there,
go.
but we usually do.
Also, that thing isn't on runners at all. It's literally a
anything we need to set up our
sliding
guest bed on our couch
pallet
inside.
type thing.
And then in here, we've got anything we need for backpacking. So we've got our tent, sleeping bags, sleeping mats, backpacks, anything else like that, all right there. Pretty much anything else we need.
He pulled that 1 foot out. What kind of worthless fucking pull-out system is this? Look at how much wasted space is under that fucking bed. 90% of that airspace is wasted. This is bad. Do not do this. Bad tour video. No.
I feel like you could like put the bike on its side.
Guest beds and pillows and sheets.
And
this
it
is
would be
ridiculous.
Fine. Like I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to store them that way, but I feel like you
Who
could.
wants a guest? I never have guests in my van. You know why? Because I'm farting 3 feet away from their head.
Who is that? I mean, I get.
No, sorry,
Some
guests.
people are like
Get your own
uncomfortable.
fucking van.
I guess.
Go sleep in a tent
Sleeping
outside.
in
You're not
close
sleeping in
quarters,
here
but
with me.
I wanted to make these all like really smooth slides. You realize when you have a storage space this big, it is not easy to access the stuff. You just throw it all in there like an attic.
I wanted them such a smooth slide. Be slippery sliding it back and forth. When I get my
I don't
camping
really
gear
think
for
that
going
like
camping,
proximity is much
and
of
then
an
sometimes
issue.
I'll go get my guest
You know,
bed when I
people
have
in
a
Europe
guest
used to
over.
sleep
And then
communally.
sometimes it's snowing and I need a jacket. So I'll just
Everyone
exit the van
would
in the
sleep
snow.
communally.
Go
So
to
like
the
this
back,
idea that you need.
slippery slide my slide out, get my jacket out.
I feel really disrespectful like talking over. I know he's just doing like his own like thing or whatever, but I can't. So yeah, in Europe people would sleep communally until I think the advent of the Victorian age or something, and it was like, oh, so improprietous because like if you were traveling, you would just kind of like dogpile with everybody who you were traveling with, and then diseases would spread, but also, you know, sexual stuff going on. Probably not safe when you think about it for women. Like that's not a good thing. But even like in households, there was just like one big bed for the family because you would pour all your money into building that one really nice bed. And sometimes even like your servant ladies would sleep with the mistress that they were serving. You know, like all the ladies would just kind of sleep in the bed, you know, like even if like they were lower class or whatever. If there weren't beds, then they would sleep in there because you don't want your servants looking horrible. I think like the ladies in waiting, you don't want them looking like they slept out in the straw or anything. I don't know. But anyway, this idea that you need like a lot of space and I don't want anybody around to smell my farts or whatever. I remember hearing this study a long time ago that like smelling farts actually keeps you from going senile. I don't know if that's true. It's not really a great argument, but just this whole thing like, ooh, I need personal space. That's why like I've chosen to live in a van, which has windows on all sides, so I have so much privacy. Seems kind of silly. Just keep going.
The box. Now I'm ready for the rest of the day.
And then this tray, although it's not very full right now, usually is what keeps all of our tools for the van.
What are we doing?
So up here
I
I'll
don't
keep a
care.
circular saw,
I really
a
don't
nail
care
gun,
about this
couple
part.
drills, like anything
I'm
that I
sorry,
would
guys.
need
I don't care.
basically to
I
do
know.
this entire van again.
I'm sorry, but what the fuck is with this nail gun shit? Who the fuck is nailing things that often that you need a fucking nail gun
I mean,
in
he's
your
right.
van? All you
Why
need
do you-
is a fucking drill and a sawzall, like a real true van life master. Carpenters, am I right? Carpenters? No, I
sawzall?
know. Don't answer that. I know you guys
A
got all kinds of
sawzall?
opinions, but still.
I have a
Can
drill.
we agree that the nail gun is
Actually, I bought
so
one for
low
my
on the list
apartment.
of things to have? That's all I'm asking.
I think it was like 20
Our
bucks.
hiking boots.
And you can like
Right
change
here.
the
These
drill
are
bit
window covers
head,
that we
super
have
screws
that are
and
just
stuff.
unbelievable.
But I also use it for
Magnetic,
like
can roll
sanding
right up like
things.
this. These guys are lifesavers for us. Our solar panel
Great.
setup is pretty simple. We've got two 100-watt solar panels on the roof, and we have a fantastic fan that we've installed right in front of those two.
Oh,
Very
look at that
standard.
caulking job. Oh, what a fucking disaster.
Who did the
Nothing too
caulking?
crazy. We drilled right through the roof.
We drilled right through the roof because you know what?
Oh, did they do it?
Who cares? We got money. We'll
I mean,
fucking buy
everybody, I
another
think,
van.
Straight to our
DIYs their van.
lithium-ion
don't
battery on the inside, so it's a very short cable. We don't have to
Nobody's
deal with a
gonna be
bunch of
on
wires
one
or a bunch of holes in the roof. Our heater is an S-Bar D2 heater that goes directly to our diesel tank. So we've got a little pump and battery that pulls fuel from our diesel tank.
Pump and battery that pulls. Nice editing, Dylan.
A little pump and battery that pulls.
Welcome to our home.
Welcome to our home.
Silverware. We
It's
have our
cold out.
toothbrushes
You
and
can't expect
toothpaste
them to
and
have
face wash
the
and
door
everything in there.
open.
12 gallons of water under here and running water. So then we have one tank under here for gray water. We only use biodegradable soap,
She
so we
looks
can
like
dump
she's
that
freezing.
wherever.
It doesn't matter
Also,
where we
the
pour it out.
color,
You can just dump it right on
like,
your lawn.
tone
We'll dump
of
it right on the
that-
city street. Anywhere is good for us.
What are you
We'll
talking
dump
about?
that
gray
right
water?
on your child's head.
Queen size mattress and the most comfortable mattress we've ever
The
owned.
color,
Super
tone,
grateful for that.
color
It's
grading.
A little bit high, so yeah,
color
we can't
grading
sit
of
up
this
here,
video
but
should be a
you
bit
don't need to sit
lighter.
up when you're sleeping.
Warmer. Warmer is what I mean.
Huge mistake. You can't sit up in your own bed? That's just hilarious. That's the most comfortable mattress you ever owned? It's not just like you making your current situation sound amazing. That can't just be that, right? I can sit up all damn day in my bed. You know why? Because I'm a normal person who's not lying.
What? What are
Why
they
don't you
lying
just
about?
admit that that shit sucks. This is the problem
Oh.
nowadays. People are fucking lying on any little thing. No one will admit to a fault. You made a bed that you can't sit up in, and you won't accept the fact that it sucks. There's no need to bullshit, folks. Just admit you made a mistake.
I don't think I met a single
Okay.
person who's actually like gone on.
You know, I kind of agree with him. Just a little bit. Like he's got a point. Why do you have so much room for a bicycle that you could definitely lay on its side? Is it gonna fuck up the pedals? Maybe. I don't know. I know that people pay a lot more money to get the taller vans. I mean, you paid a lot of money to have a van that you can stand up in, but you can't sit in your bed. Yeah, that would be a design deal breaker for me. But then again, all my furniture is like on the ground, so like I don't know. Headspace is important. So, guys, I mean, it's all a trade-off. What do you feel comfortable with?
On the road and made the jump, who has regretted it? Like literally not a single person. And I've met a lot of people that have had like an absolutely horrible time of it. Like stuff breaking down,
What are we talking
getting
about?
robbed, yada, whatever it is. And still, everyone's like, this is the best change I've ever made. You know what I mean?
Literally every single day, the worst possible scenario. and they still love it. They broke into my van while I was in there, and I love this lifestyle.
Every single day, the worst possible scenario, cracking up about it, laughing, loving life, and we're like, so how's van life? And they're like, it's amazing.
Best
decision we've ever made.
I'm harassed by police
Who's doing that
every
today,
day,
Thomas?
and I love this shit.
But I've like flipped over so many handlebars of motorcycles and mountain bikes and things like that. It's been painful and scary, but like really fun.
I was flipping mountain bike handlebars. I was flying off cliffs. I was just breaking my back.
Trying something new every single day and really getting out of your comfort zone. But then
Okay, I get what they're trying to say. They're trying to say, oh, this is a unique lifestyle and it's really enjoyable and it's not something you get to experience all the time, and I don't know why someone would want to dissuade other people from that lifestyle. I mean, I think he's just, calling BS. Like, people don't actually enjoy this that much. But okay, this is a reaction video just to this video. It's not about like commentary about like the whole van life situation necessarily, but I mean, I guess if it comes up because of the video, then there are some people that live van life because they don't have a choice. So to kind of like shame people for enjoying the traveling and stuff is kind of like, are you forcing or encouraging or suggesting they should feel bad about this lifestyle that they've chosen because some people don't choose it? I don't know. I don't really understand what the big idea is. My legs are falling asleep. But I do get, like, it's kind of annoying to see people be really, like, flippant about the difficulties that they face just because, like, oh, it's fun. I'm having so much fun. Everything is fun. It's so fine. Like, so, yeah. I'm just completely losing my train of thought here. But, I do think that like if you just dwell on like the negative, like, because they did have their car broken into, their van broken into, and have equipment stolen, and they've had a lot of like difficulties. Like, it's the same thing when you travel. Like, if you get fazed by bad stuff that happens, you're not going to be able to enjoy what you're going through or have the will to continue doing it. Like, and that happens just anytime you're traveling. And like van life is essentially just traveling in a car. It's like a long, long trip that is your life. And you try to make your home where you currently are, instead of like this idea that like when the trip is over you'll go back home and be comfortable and happy. And maybe that's something that's motivated me personally in the past when I travel, is like this idea that at the end of it I can relax and go back somewhere. Actually, that's never been like a motivator for me. Like, every time I travel, I personally want to get the most out of the experience. So even if I have like difficulty or something really shitty happens, I'm just gonna push through and enjoy the time that I have here, because I'm probably not gonna come back, and I'm not gonna be on this trip again, and I'm not gonna be this age again, and I'm not gonna be in this situation again. So I just need to make the best of this moment. But having said that, you can get burnout like from long car trips. Like, I went on a week-long car trip last spring, and at the end of it, I got back to my apartment and I was just like, oh my gosh, so much room and so comfortable. So comfortable. Like, I didn't feel uncomfortable necessarily, like, in my car, but it wasn't a lot of space. And, like, it didn't feel as homey. Like at the time, I felt okay, but coming back, I realized, wow, like I was in a tiny space the entire time. So I think that sense of like it's like this like on edge, like you're just on edge the entire time you're traveling. So you really want to just not deal with the negativity, you know. Just don't focus on it. Just focus on positive things. Because if you always focus on this bad thing happened, this other bad thing happened, this other bad thing happened, then you think, oh, everything was a mistake. I really regret this, and that serves no one. Like, why should you have any regrets for trying to do something? It's not going to change the fact that you tried it, or that you did it, or that you didn't do something else. You can't have regrets about what's already gone, and I mean, you can, but it doesn't really serve anyone. Like, does it make people who criticize them feel better if they feel regret? Maybe. Maybe that's something the person who's criticizing needs to think about. Why does it make them feel good to make other people feel regret for their life decisions? That's kind of awful. Okay, we'll just continue.
You get pretty good at just going with the flow, letting go a little bit.
We go with the flow over here. We let go. Nothing bothers us. Disaster every day. Don't care. I love this shit. That's it, folks. You know what? This has just been eye-opening experience. I've had a blast talking about this video. This was hilarious. If you like this video, please do me one solid and share it with somebody. That's all I ask. Share it on Reddit. Share it on Facebook. Share it on your social media platform of choice. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell. Leave a comment. And check out patreon.com/Dave2D to support the channel. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.
He's a Redditor. That makes sense. What the fuck is this? Whose dog is that? Oh, it's definitely not her. Are they? Can you see my dog? Hushy. This is my dog. He looks like those dogs, maybe? No? I'm sorry. Ooh, there you are. I know, he was asleep. Okay, so that was an interesting, way short video. I definitely talked a lot more than I thought I was going to. I'm not sure, like, I don't know anything about this guy. I do know the Matneys. I watch the channel. I don't watch this guy's channel. I don't understand why they don't like each other, or why Dave doesn't like them. Maybe it's just the attitude. He doesn't seem like he's much older than the Matneys. He seems like he's in his late 20s to me. Hey, maybe he just looks young, but also a little bit like, one of those like critical thinkers that you find who like to post their opinions a lot on Reddit. So, I mean, it makes sense that he's doing an opinion video, and he's asking for affirmations of his opinion in reaction videos. So, this is a stream. I'm not editing this shit. I don't enjoy editing that much, and I don't have the software for it, so fuck that. But anyway, that's my reaction. That's my reaction to this video. And I was watching the Matney's reaction video. They have like 11 minutes or whatever in there, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch that or not, but whatever. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to do for this. So, summarize. Let's be positive, people. I don't understand why we're being so negative and critical. What's the deal? Whatever.